Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome. Okay, I'm just going to get everything set up. Uh, I was having trouble for some reason getting logged in. So hopefully everyone can hear me. Pop in and say hello if you're here. I'm just going to double check that we are showing up where we're supposed to be on the Facebook. And I'm really excited because today we're going to talk about seed cycling. And as you know, I've talked a lot about this, and it is something that's really helped me and really been a positive change in my hormone balance. And I'm really excited to just kind of give you guys a little bit of an overview on what this is about and hopefully help you start to build some of these tools for your toolbox. So let's sip our iced coffee. For some reason, I wanted iced coffee today instead of coffee, and I make protein coffee. I have the recipe if you want it. It's delicious. All right, let's get started. So welcome, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here, whether you're live or you're joining us on the replay. I'm really excited to be able to bring this to you. It is actually really an honor to be here and to dive into this topic because it holds such a transformative power for myself and for many of the people that I've talked to that have tried seed cycling. This is the art and science of seed cycling, okay? We're going to talk about how to use it to navigate those hormone fluctuations today. Before we embark on this journey, I want to share with you a personal story that, and this is why, I came to seed cycling. Like many women out there right now hitting the perimenopause and all the craziness, right? I found myself in a situation where I was having to navigate those hormonal changes and all the feeling like everything was out of my control and just not really feeling myself. I really felt off. I really did not feel good. There's so many things happening. But little did I know that these tiny little seeds, these like humble little cute little seeds, would actually be the guiding light that brought me to this place where here I am today hosting a masterclass and writing the book and everything with you. Sorry, my alarm clock is going off to let me know that I'm supposed to be in class. So imagine, if you will, a woman's body has a finely tuned orchestra, okay? Each hormone playing a very critical part and a crucial instrument in this orchestra. And just like the orchestra, we need to maintain that harmony to maintain, a nice sound coming out. So, however, life can throw us off. It can throw us a bad beat, a bad direction. It can throw us off. And things like stress and environmental factors, natural ebbs and flows of our bodies, these are all disruptions that can cause different things to go on in our body. And this is what led me to really dive into the practice of seed cycling. And I'm hoping that by doing this and sharing what I've learned and what I know, that I can start to become a beacon to you guys so that you can add these tools to your tool chest. And if you have the cookbook, you will notice that at the beginning of each section, there is a little blurb on seed cycling, and I wanted to keep it as basic and easy to follow as possible. So it's not no crazy anythings. It's like this part, you use these seeds, and this is a great way to incorporate them, right? So let's start by understanding those basics. Let's start by looking at seed cycling, what it involves, how we can incorporate specific seeds into our diets during each different phase of our menstrual cycle, and how those can support that hormone balance that we are all kind of in search for right now, right? So the practice is really about harnessing the power of the nature that is both within these seeds and within our bodies, and finding this a beautiful symphony together. So, in the first half of your menstrual cycle, we often call this the follicular phase. Estrogen takes the center stage, right? The flax seeds and pumpkin seeds actually become our allies at this time because these seeds are rich in lanolins. I know I always butcher that. and healthy fats. So they work in tandem to support our body's natural production of estrogen. So what our body is actually needing at that time. So as we continue and use these seeds regularly, we will lay a foundation for a smoother transition into follicular phase. And then as we transition into the second half of the menstrual cycle, or the luteal phase, the progesterone kind of steps up. It kind of takes center stage in that phase. And this is where we want to switch to using the sunflower and sesame seeds. These are the seeds that we really want to play with and enjoy at this time, because they are packed with zinc and vitamin E. And these seeds actually support the progesterone production that's happening in our body. So it'll help us balance and prepare the body as it's going through this cycle. And it's really important to note that many people have estrogen dominance, and we also have people that have progesterone dominance. And from the research that I've been able to do, myself having estrogen dominant PCOS, these seeds, even though they help support, like, let's say you're estrogen dominant and you're like, well, I don't really want to take, those seeds that are the flax seeds and the pumpkin seeds, because, oh my gosh, it's going to make me more estrogen. From the research that I've been able to find and from my own experience, I've actually seen that, yes, it does, but help you produce it, but it helps you create a healthy balance of production as well. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're having questions around that. It's something to really dig deeper into as well. If you have questions, feel free to reach out around that, or if you have a really amazing health practitioner that you're working with through your hormonal changes, ask them. Bring these questions to them. So, but like, you may be asking, okay, like, seriously, so I'm going to take these 4 seeds, add them into my life, and everything's going to be hunky dory and so much better. And why seeds, right? Well, seeds are little tiny powerhouses, right? They contain the essential nutrients, the fats, and a myriad of other things that are amazing for our well-being. If you think about it, these little seeds are what are birthing these plants and where these plants come from. So these plants have these amazing little packets of amazing nutrition so they can create and build themselves, right? So, and they really do help to find some sort of way to create hormonal balance for you. I have not dug totally into all the science behind it, but it's really, really interesting. And I did say I was going to keep it simple today, so I won't go into all the scientific mumbo jumbo. But let us kind of talk about this, okay? Because I know there's going to be a lot of skeptics out there. I know that this seems like too good to be true, right? I honestly, at first, I was a skeptic too. I was thinking, like, how could something as simple as these little tiny seeds actually make a significant difference in the complex dance of what my hormones are doing in my body? And so it's essential to recognize that while seed cycling is not a magic cure, right? I'm not coming to you saying, like, if you just add this in, everything else is going to be amazing. It is a powerful tool in when you are adding it in with all those holistic approaches we're talking about over these master classes, right? It is a powerful tool when used with the movement, with the nutrition. It's like I always say, I want you guys to take these as tools for your toolkits in how you're going to step up for yourself and care for yourself. And so it's not a quick fix. And like I've shared before in my story, this took me about 4 months of being really consistent, of following my cycle, of knowing exactly kind of where I was in my cycle. I say exactly, but if if you're starting to move into perimenopause transition, you know that your period can just show up whenever the hell she wants to, right? So, yes, I did my best to track and follow my cycle as much as I could. But that being said, sometimes there was a little chaos. Now, I was in like the 3rd and 4th month that I was like, holy Jesus, this is making a big difference in my body. This is actually a really good tool that I have added into my toolkit here. And as women, our bodies are in, intrinsic and oh my gosh, intrinsically connected to the cycles of nature, right? We are, whether you want to really face it or not, we are very connected into what is happening in nature with our bodies. We can align with moon cycles. We can align with the seasons as well. So seed cycling aligns with our natural rhythm. It allows us to sync our internal symphony with the external world, what we are putting into our body, how we are showing up for our body. It's not about this overpowering of our body, right? I'm a big advocate for finding ways to listen and empower the body that you have. So that's kind of what I really see seed cycling as. It's not telling your body that your body's wrong, so you got to take this to fix it. It's, hey, you know what? This seed will help you body create the estrogen that you need or the progesterone that you need. So I'm going to show up in a way that supports you and let me empower you to do the things that you're supposed to be doing or to feel good about it, right? It's about working in harmony with these phases of nature and allowing our bodies to move through. In my personal journey, seed cycling is like a ritual. I just do it. It just becomes part of what happens every day. It's kind of like a mindfulness practice because sometimes I have to check in and be like, where was I again in my cycle? What am I supposed to be doing? So I get to connect back. And I love that being in a space where I'm tracking what's going on with my cycle also allows me the opportunity not only to check in and to add the right seeds in, but it also allows me the opportunity to check in with my emotions. How many of you, and I talked about this last week, how many of you like that PMS week, you're like angry and you're over the top and you're like, I always laugh and say it's one of those weeks where I can murder a bitch. That's my saying. I don't actually do it. Hold still. But and then I check in and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get where I'm at. I understand. I am aware now. And that awareness allows you to be mindful of your body and to support your body, right? And so it is a mindfulness practice that has really allowed me to come back and reconnect to my body. And it was about more than just the physical seeds, like I said. It was about embracing where I am in my cycle, embracing where I am in this cycle of life, learning to step up and love this cycle of life, even though it can be difficult, right? And acknowledging the ebbs and the flows, finding strength in that wisdom that's already within our bodies. Our bodies are amazing, beautiful things that already know so many things. Now, I understand that not every journey is going to be the same, right? Each woman's body is unique, and what works for me may not work for you. But I want you to kind of consider what seed cycling is. Seed cycling is not this one size fits all solution, but rather a versatile tool that actually can be adapted into where you are in each phase of your cycle. So, in our fast-paced lives, we get the opportunity to come back to simplicity, right? In our fast-paced lives, we often step away from simplicity. We forget how these simple little things can actually be so beneficial for us. We look for these complex solutions to our little tiny intricate problems, not realizing that sometimes honestly, the answers are actually some super straightforward practices like seed cycling. So, seed cycling is a testament to the brilliance of simplicity and to connecting to your body and finding ways to actually get some results here. So, as we navigate the complexities of this modern life, it is crucial to revisit these ancient wisdoms and intricate little nuances that we can add back into our daily lives. Seed cycling is a bridge between past and present. Honestly, seed cycling is something that I found so much research on in Ayurvedic practices, and it's really been around for so many years, and it's really rooted in traditional knowledge, yet has been looked at in remarkably relevant ways to complement where we are now in history. And like I said, it's so simple. You don't have to complicate it. You can throw the seeds in your smoothie in the morning if you're having a yogurt or like a yogurt or oatmeal or something in the breakfast, throw the seeds in. If you're having a salad, throw the seeds on. In the cookbook, there are so many, every single segment in the cookbook has a recipe that incorporates the seeds so you can get them in. And it's not a lot of seeds. It's like a tablespoon of each max a day, which sounds like nothing, right? Honest to God. So, how can you incorporate seed cycling into your life? Like I said, start small. Start by integrating those flax and pumpkin seeds into your diet during your follicular phase. And then transitioning into the sunflower and sesame seeds as you move into the luteal phase, right? Observe how your body responds. Really get clear and understand what's going on with your body. That's why we track everything. That's why in the course that's coming up in the spring, we are tracking every single thing. We are looking at what our body is doing. We are asking it questions. We are getting clear on our bodies over the 28 days that we're working together, right? So when you observe how your body responds, you get to see the subtle changes in your energy, your mood. You get to see kind of that overall well-being, what's happening with you. How are you feeling? Remember, this is not a quick fix, okay? Rome was not built in a day. And like I said, it took about 4 months for me to really see with consistency to see the changes that were happening. I've talked about it before. I had my period started to shift away from being super painful. They started to show up when they were supposed to. And I really want you to embrace that this is a journey into finding wellness for yourself. It's not a destination because it's going to change. Every phase of life, it changes. Your body ebbs and flows, and you have to be okay with allowing change, allowing things to ebb and flow. Sometimes things are different, right? It requires patience. It requires you being mindful of what your body is doing, and it does require a holistic approach. Again, it's not just seed cycling is going to cure you of all your things. That's not what's going to happen. But it's a tool that you can add in. You can add in with the movement that works with your cycle, add in with the food, the nourishing that works with your cycle, add in with the stress reduction, add in with being aware of where you are. It's all these things added in together. So as I am here before you today, I invite each of you to consider the profound impact that simple intentional choices can have on your well-being as you move into this. Seed cycling is not just a practice, okay? It's a philosophy. And remember that sometimes the most potent solutions are found in the simplest answers, right? The most unassuming little tiny seeds. What? These things are changing things all over the place, right? So, as we wrap this up today, I urge you to embark on a journey here of some self-discovery. If you don't have the cookbook yet, grab it. There's some great information in there. There's also, my trackers on how to keep track of what's going on with your body. Um, some great recipes as well. It's really a great tool to have by your side as you move through the different phases of your cycle. So today, and as you move forward, I really encourage you to embrace the power of nature that's happening inside your body. Honor the cycle that's happening inside your body, and let the seeds of this change guide you. Wow, that was a really horrible pun, and I'm sorry. Let the seeds of change. Okay, sorry. Let this guide you towards the hormone health that you're in search of right now. You wouldn't be here listening to this unless you were also facing some changes going on, some things that you don't understand, or maybe that you want some guidance on. So together, Let's work together and create a better balance. And let's get to a place where we can allow this conversation to happen, right? It's okay to come forward as women and to talk about what it is that you're going through, and to really, really get to a place where we can be okay with the fact that hormone fluctuations happen, and how do we navigate them with ease and grace for each other? How do we navigate them with ease and grace for ourselves, right? And I think that opening this conversation is going to be really vital, and coming at it from a place of understanding that each individual person is going to show up differently in this phase of life. Each individual person is going to bring forward something that they need for themselves, right? I had a really amazing conversation with a good friend the other day, and we talked about how this phase of life has caused us to kind of shut down, go inward, and just feel really alone and unsure. So I don't want that for you. I want you to be here having these discussions, and let's really create a space where we can do that. Okay. I know it was supposed to be just to talk about seed cycling, but I wanted to add that in for you because I know that there are so many others out there that, just don't know how to navigate it. So let's open the conversation. And that is all for me today. I am so glad that you were able to join and participate in today's class. Like I said, we are going to continue this. We have 2 more classes on the books, and I can't wait to bring them forward for you. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a super wonderful day.